All right, hello everyone, and peace of Christ to all. I hope my voice is coming good. Please just be sure to inform me if you have any problem from your side. Today, our topic actually is just a continuous of what we spoke of as a topic yesterday, which is Allah knows best. And actually, I find that this is the best title to anything have to do with Islam, because all what the Muslims say is that Allah is God. And when you ask them about any interpretation or any verse or anything, they say Allah knows best. So if we can find really if Allah knows best, or He know nothing, or He is an ignorant, that can answer a lot of questions about Allah being the God which Muslims they really follow and they believe in. And the purpose of Allah knows best is not really to make fun of the Muslims, even though the topic is going to be, as usual, to turn to be kind of comedy. But I don't mean to make it as a comedy. The nature of the knowledge we will learn, it's what make it comedy and sometimes, let us say, funny drama. Otherwise, it's not really my purpose. All of us, maybe we watch somehow, somewhere, movies about fictions, Harry Potter, whatever his name, magic, flying carpet, etc. And Allah, the one who knows best, His books is full of those stories. If I tell you there is a ring, and that ring can control the world, you might laugh at me. But my friend, this is what Muhammad and his religion teach. If I tell you there is a flying carpet, and this is mentioned in the Quran, you might laugh at me, and you say to me, you must be crazy and out of your mind. Those are fairy tale stories. The fact, this is what is in the Quran. If I tell you that there's a guy, he died standing for a year or so, and then nobody noticed of his kingdom, not even his wives, not even his ministers, not even his children's. Nobody noticed that he is dead for all this period of time until the termite ate his stick, because he was standing and holding a stick in his hand. And when the termite ate his stick, he fell down, and then people noticed that he is dead. You might really laugh at me. So we don't want you to laugh at me. We want you to learn from what we are going to show you. Every time we speak to Muslims, they always try to provide us an image of a God which is amazing God, and a prophet who is no one like him, a prophet who is impossible in everything, in his kindness, in his logic, in his wisdom, and even they come with tons of miracles which is not even mentioned, not even one of them mentioned in the Quran. And the funny, I find the miracles of Muhammad is not exist in the Quran, but it exists in Muslim stories, which is make it very fishy and stupid. The whole Quran is speaking of Muhammad, people asking him to make one miracle, just one, and Muhammad could not provide any. Yet the Muslims, they come with tons of stories. Muhammad converting a tree to Islam, Muhammad making a deer convert to Islam, Muhammad make a donkey speak to his owner to tell him that he should not argue with the prophet. I mean, it's endless stupid stories, but the Quran have one consistent answer for all of this. Muhammad have no miracles. The only miracle I see about Muhammad, that he was able to make those people believe in him even though he is ignorant. However, today we will open our Skype soon, so if there is any Muslim or anyone would like to call with us and share with us, please feel free. And remember, the topic is Allah knows best. Let us see. I will open Skype. So if you are a Muslim and you feel like you want to call me, please feel free. All right. Hey everyone. We have a Muslim. He added me, and maybe he want to call. I'm not sure. His name is Osama. All right. I hope he will call. If there is any Muslim listening to us and he would like to show us that Allah knows best, please feel free. This is my challenge to any Muslim. How and why you believe that Allah knows best? What is really the reason make you believe in such a thing? Is that because just you are a believer and whatever people say you accept? Or because it's a fact and you can show it to us? I wish I can play for you videos from YouTube made by Muslims about the scientific miracles of the Quran. But you know the Muslims will flag my videos if I am using their video. Because if we use their videos, we will get them busted. Anyway, I made, as you know, all of you, I made a full book about the false miracles of the Quran, specifically what it's called science. And the book name is called Qur'an and Science in Depth. You can go and you can have it from Amazon.com if you wish to have a copy of it. And the reason for me I made this book Qur'an and Science in Depth, because I found it very funny that Muslims, they decided to lie in order to make you believe. You see, Christians, they will tell you what the Bible teaches as it is. I mean, I'm not going to say to you, I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. I'm not going to say something about Jesus he never said. I'm not going to say the Bible says something it's not there, because simply this is stupid and it's even a sin for me. You know, I mean, if I will save you by lying to you, I mean, how stupid that idea is. Because if I save you by lying to you, neither you or me is saved. Why? Because I did lie and that will not save me, and you did not become a believer in the truth. You became a believer in the lie I told you. But because Islam is a religion of deception, and this is why I have another book, it's called The Deception of Allah. And the reason for the book name is the Quran. Actually, just today I was talking to a Muslim, and in Facebook, a person, he said that's the Quran teach that the women have a sperm and the man have a sperm coming from the backbone. So the Muslim, he answered, look at this answer, he said, well, Allah, he guide the one who he want and he misguide the one he want. I mean, why I want to follow up a God who is obviously he's a mad person if he's exist, and he guide the one he wish and he misguide people? I mean, why he want to do that? Why you want to misguide anyone? What the benefit of Allah to misguide? So all this religion is about deception, that I deceive you, I am deceived, so let me deceive you and take you to hell with me. All right, this is the truth. However, we might be wrong if a Muslim can prove us wrong. Can a Muslim prove us wrong? If there is a Muslim, he can prove us wrong. Anyone? I'm just waiting in case, because I prefer to give the Muslim the chance to prove themselves right, so people will not say, oh, we heard only one side of the story. one side of the story, as always Muslims do. You see, Muslim books, when we read the hadith, when we read the seerah, when we read everything, even the Quran, we are reading one side of the story. If you go to Islamic countries, you will see there's no books written by someone additional to the ones who they are, you know, Muslim books. Which mean, where is the book of the Christians about the time of Muhammad? Is gone. Where is the books of the Sabians about Muhammad? And there's no way nobody wrote anything about this guy. Where is the book of this and that and etc.? We cannot find them. Why? Because Muslims don't allow any side of any story except their story. And when you have only one story, how you can tell what the truth is about? You see, when you go to court, if you are in front of a judge, the judge, he will ask the first and the second person, the opponent, you know, what is your story? Okay, I listen to you. Now you, what is your story? Then the judge, he decide after hearing that both side stories. But in the Islamic religion, the judge is a Muslim, the viewers are Muslims, the writer of the court is a Muslim, the law of the court is a Muslim, and there is no opponent. I mean, this is how stupid it is. This is why Muslims have no excuse to find stupidity in their books. Everything is written by them, witnessed by them, signature by them, and then yet we find that them is the most stupid one ever, proving to us that their prophet is nothing but a false liar. I mean, isn't it weird? Like if a book written by someone, he's a Christian, his name is a Christian prince, and he is coming with a statement, we cannot find it in the Quran. People will say, well, this is a Christian prince, he's a Christian, he's making things up because he don't like Muhammad. But when we find stories in the Quran and in the Hadith, written by Muslims, collected by Muslims, reserved by Muslims, filtered by Muslims. By the way, like as an example, the book of the Seerah, which is the most popular book about Muhammad, the oldest books about Muhammad, it says right away from the beginning that in this book I filter everything which does not sound right, I took it off. So this is after filtering, after all the filters in the world, we got stories which is going to make you crazy when you read them. And this is why Muslims, they keep saying to us, oh, this hadith is weak, oh, this hadith is da'if, oh, this story is not to be trusted. But yet the story written by them, collected by them, preserved by them, printed by them, and now after 1400 years nobody say it is weak. Now it's weak because they are now ashamed. People now became more educated, and people now, there's additional thing, people now they can say what nobody dare to say about Islam. Like, you know, if I live right now in the Middle East, I will be killed after 5 minutes from saying 2 words of what I said. So today is different from yesterday, and the internet made a huge difference for the voice of those who can say the second opinion, or let us say the other side of the story, can be heard beyond imagination, can go beyond thousands of miles away. Someone right now from Saudi Arabia, he can open his phone and he can listen to me. I do not need to go to Saudi Arabia. Not long time ago, that was impossible. Someone who live in Mecca next in the Hajj right now, he can listen to me and he can hear what I am saying. This was impossible. So Islam was preserved by the sword and by the violence. Actually, just yesterday, in the last 24 hours, how many people get killed? In Nigeria, 2 churches being attacked Sunday, in the Sunday service. Muslims, they get in and they shot as many as they can in the churches. Few hours ago, an attack in Pakistan. Few hours before, an attack in Afghanistan. Few hours before, an attack in Iraq. Few hours before, an attack in Damascus. Few hours before, I mean, this is disgusting religion. Even in 2017, still they try to keep you silent and keep your mouth shut. And they think that by using violence, they can keep you, you know, mute. And this is the whole idea, is how we can keep them mute and nobody question. So if there is any Muslim, and this is a real challenge, any Muslim would like to call us right now, right here, please feel free. You are more than welcome, and I will be happy to hear you. Don't use a bad language, and we will talk as long as you like. So let us go and see something really can be useful for us after this beginning of, let us say, presentation. We have only 73 people right now in YouTube. Maybe we are a little bit too early, and today is Monday, so people, many of them, still at work. But it's okay. Later, many they will join, and many they will watch. Allah knows best. Allah knows best. Let us see an example. This is your Muslim website, Muslim, just to remind you, so you don't say we are making things up or this is our translation, etc. All right. You know, Arabic is my first language. This is why you see me many times I make mistakes in a grammar or in reading, etc. That's very normal, because simply my first language is Arabic. I am not a person who was born in the state, and I am an American citizen, yes, but still, actually, even those who they are born in Western countries, they still have grammar mistakes in their own language, even though they are born in the country. So imagine someone who is immigrant. But I cannot accept that a God who he is a God, he do not know Arabic. It's hard really to believe. You see, the Muslims, they say to us, make a Quran like this Quran if you can. It's a challenge. The Quran even say that. I mean, how stupid I am to make a Quran like this Quran, which is full of mistakes, even in the Arabic language. And I will show you an example. The word zawjain, let us switch to Arabic. Hold on. The word zawjain, the one we see in the screen, it's mean two pair. So if I say zawjain of cats, that's mean 4 cats. If I say zawjain of donkeys, I mean 4 donkeys. If I say zawjain of a human, that's mean 4 human. And usually that's mean 2 from each kind, male and female, but 2 pair of them, not 1. So the second I say zawjain, I mean 4. And this is an example, chapter 11, verse number 40. Let me be sure that the screen is clear for everybody. Hold on. All right, I think now it's better. This is the Muslim translation. It says, embark therein of each kind 2, male and female. It doesn't say that. Just to show you why we cannot trust the Muslim translation. I will change the translator. We saw Yusuf Ali, right? Okay. Carry on it 2 of all things, a pair of your own family, etc. It doesn't say that. Change the translator. Big Tal. Load therein 2 of every kind, a pair, a male and a female. It doesn't say that. I'm just showing an example how Muslims they lie to you in the translation. Later I will show you from their translation itself how we can get them busted. Now we go to Muhsin Khan. Embark therein of each kind 2, male and female. I think the Muslims, most of them, they are copy paste. So remember with me, in this verse, all the Muslims translation come in almost as zawjain, mean 2 of every kind. Alright? But zawjain doesn't mean that. Let us see the word zawjain in different verse. This is the word zawjain. Again, the same exact word. Remember, you see here, it's exactly the same as this word here, so we don't have different grammar or anything. Chapter 13 verse number 3, Yusuf Ali. And from every and the fruit of every kind he made in pair. Now I'm not going to say to you how we can get them busted, but I think you can see it right away in front of your eyes. Do you see, guys, there it says 2 and 2? Do you see it? Do you see it? 2 and 2. So how they are saying, and the fruit of every kind he made in pairs. This is not pairs. And why in the verse previously, translation for the same word, exact same word, did not say 2 and 2? It's exactly the same thing. Okay. But what does that mean? Allah created from everything 2 and 2. That's mean 2 male and 2 female. Did Allah create it to Adam and to Eve? So the stupid who wrote the Quran, he made a mistake by writing the word zawjain. He should write the word zawj. Zawj is 1 pair. Zawjain is 2 pair. Those who learn Arabic in my class, you can go to the Arabic channel in YouTube, the one I made, you remember, and you will see that in the at the end of any name, if you add the letter the two letters ya and noon, ya and noon, let me write it for you. Ya, and this is the letter ya, 2 dots, dots here, dot here. This is ya, and then letter noon. At the end of any name, you will make it double. Double in what? As an example, if we have 1 pen, we say qalam, then we say qalamain. That will make it 2 pen. If we have a door, we say I will make it in English, even if it's going to sound funny, but just to make it clear for you. The word door, if we add en at the end, is going to make it dorain, which means 2 door. For sure, we don't have a word door in Arabic. You know, I'm just trying to make it simple for you. So the word in Arabic is zawj. Zawj. I'm using the mouse to write, so zawj. So zawj, in order to make it zawj, already the word zawj by itself is 1 pair. You got the point? So if we add the ya in at the end, that will make it 2 pair. Remember, so adding ya in at the end will make anything single double, whatever it is. All right, so here in this case already this word mean 2. So by adding the ya noon at the end, it became 2 2. This is why we see here in the translation 2 and 2. Are we getting the point? Now I want the Muslim to explain to me if this is true or not. Allah made 2 male and 2 female when he created Adam and Eve. There was 2 Adam, there was 2 Eve, there was 2 donkey, 2 horses, you know, 2 and 2, which mean 2 male and 2 female, which mean 4. Isn't it obvious that this story here is proving Allah to be a false God? How Allah he makes such a mistake? But remember, my friend, Allah knows best. I mean, come on, who dare to say Allah don't know? Do you? Muslims, do you? And in the same time, that will show you the hypocrisy of the translation. The same word is zawjain. The verse before it, the Muslim will translate it two of every kind, but here we go. It doesn't say two of every kind. It says four of every kind. We just changed the verse, and the verse speak about the same thing, about how Allah He created everything, how He spread everything, He spread the earth out. And by the way, here another mistake. Allah He made the earth flat in this verse. And then in the top of that, in the top of the earth, He put mountains. You know, the God of Islam, he explained the earth image as a sheet, and He opened it and He put it flat, and then He placed mountains in the top, so the sheet will not move. Now, do we have any Muslim here? He have an explanation why Allah is saying such a thing? Why Allah, if He is God, He say many mistakes in one verse, in one statement? I mean, like, you know, that's astonishing. I mean, we did not read the book yet. We are just reading a verse. What will happen if we continue reading the book? Any Muslim? Remember, my Skype is open. If any Muslim would like to call, feel free. We are live on air. And if Allah get it wrong in one, we cannot trust Him anything else. Right? This is the logic. We are talking about God. You see, you might find a mistake a Christian prince he did, because a Christian prince is a human. So it's very normal for a human being to make mistakes. Mistakes in writing, mistake in grammars, mistake in the meaning, mistake even pronouncing. We make mistakes, you know. We do mistakes every day. I mean, it's not if you don't do mistakes, you are no human, my friend. But we are talking about someone who claimed to be God, and the one is talking here. This is a serious matter. This is God telling us how He created everything in two pairs. But that contradicts the story which the Muslims themselves believe in, that God He created Adam and Eve only. You see the word zawjain appear all over the Quran, the same word. وَخَلَقْنَا مِنْ كُلِّ شَيْءٍ وَمِنْ كُلِّ شَيْءٍ خَلَقْنَا زَوْجَيْنِ. And from everything we created zawjain. That's mean two pairs. That's mean four. That's madness. That's crazy, my friend. How Allah He say such a thing? Are you serious? This is God is talking? Look at the first translation here. And from everything we have created pairs. What pairs? Why He's saying the letter S? It says zawjain, two pairs, not pairs. Pairs, it can be as many as you wish. Different translation. We have created pairs. You see the fiction of the Muslims? The same word we just showed you, it says two and two. Just a verse before it. Now we go back again. We have created pairs. Isn't it amazing? We have created by pairs. What happened? Why Muslims have no dignity and have no honesty? We have created pairs. How this can function with the other verse? How in the other verse it says we created from everything two and two, and now we are saying here we created pairs? Oh Lord. This is an example of how Muslims, they try to deceive you because they themselves, they are deceived. They don't know really how to solve those problems. It's a stupid religion. And you know, we have simply the Muslim, they say to you, well, you have to live with it. What you can do? This is our stupid God, and who dare to say you are wrong? If we go to Quran and Quran.com, actually there's this website. Let us try this website. Hold on. Chapter 51:49. This website, it has almost all the Muslim translation, almost like I saw translation I never even heard of before. So I'm going to highlight here in the corner, if you see with me, translations: Ahmad Ali, Ali Quran, Amhad Khan, Arbari, Krops, whatever his name, Darid Badi, Hali, Maududi, Muhammad Suwaj, Muhammad Shakura, Bakura, Kotabali, Fatatali, Talal, translation Wahidun, Yusuf Ali. Actually, I will jump the ones we show already. Yusuf Ali Biktal, we showed them, so we don't see them again. Yusuf Ali and Biktal, okay, and Shakir, we saw it, and I don't know if this is the same. Ahmed Khan is Mahsen Khan, I don't know. Let us leave it. All right. This is all Muslim translations. We created everything in pairs. Pairs. We created, and of everything, we created two kinds. We have created pairs. We have created pairs. We have created pairs. We have created two kind of all things. We have two mates. Okay, so all of them, they are coming with the translation of two mate. How this happen? It's the same word we are talking about, zawjain. How zawjain came before as a word mean two and two? It's a miracle. It is a miracle. Is it two and two, or it is two? It's only one pair. Any Abdul? Who is Abdul here would like to answer us? Huh? See here? Two kind, male and female. What's happening? Why Muslim translations doesn't match? And when we say we doesn't match, I'm not talking about changing different words. We are talking about the numbers change. From every kind to spouses. It doesn't say that. It doesn't say that, my friend. Any Muslim? Why here the translation is correct? Any Muslim have an answer? Because if this is true, all the Quran, the rest of the Quran is wrong. If the rest of the Quran is right, it's mean this is wrong. It can't be both right. Which one is the accurate? What about we go to the dictionary? But really I would like to hear a Muslim call us right now and show us why the Quran is getting a simple thing wrong. This is simple Arabic. Any Abdul? All of us, we knew that God did not create, even in the Islamic religion, believe God created Adam and Eve, not 2 and 2. What 2 and 2? Where do you get this number from? Yeah, they want to do dawah, they don't want to debate. But how you can do dawah without debating? I mean, dawah is just talking to yourself. All right. Now, just based on this story, as long Allah He created from, based on the other verses, I will go with it. As long this God of Islam He take it literate way and He speak about science, how He created in a literate way, that He created from everything male and female. If you go back to the other verses, I'm going to go with the Muslim translation. Is it true that everything is exist in this earth is male and female? Any Muslim can answer? Is it true that all the creatures in this earth is male and female? That's false. Bacterias are not male, not females. Paramecium is not male, neither female. There's many creatures, they just divide themselves in order to reproduce. There's no sex, there's no gender, there's no male, there's no female. If you watch Discovery Channel, you will see that there is some kind of fish. The female fish, when the male fish die, she turned to male, which means there's no male, there's a female. The male itself is a female fish. So what male and female? Because he's saying everything was male and female. Do we have any Abdul? Central, 5 Central. So what? The people, they call Jesus God, they call Jesus a prophet, they called him master, they called him the son of man, they called him the son of God. So what? Prophet is God. The first prophet is God. Guys, what the word prophet mean? What the word prophet mean? Just me, let me school this ignorant Muslim. What the word prophet mean? Anyone can tell me? What the word prophet mean? The word prophet is someone who prophesies. Is that correct? And all the prophets, they got their prophecy from who? From God. So the first prophet is God. So they call Jesus for he prophesied the truth. That will make him a prophet. They call Jesus God for he do what God can do. That will make him God. So it's very silly when a Muslim he says that people, they call him, when somebody asks who is this person, they said he's a prophet. That's not wrong. He's a prophet, he's a master, he is a teacher, he is a carpenter, you know, he used to do even work. So this is how silly the Muslims are. They are bankrupt. Central, do you have the courage to call me? Central, do you have the courage to call me? Do you like to call me and talk about your prophet and whatever you want? What do you think? Do you like to call? Who is a Muslim would like to call? You know, the Muslims are worried about Jesus, if he is being a prophet or not. He is not God. Okay, let us say for the sake of argument, Jesus is not God. I mean, how dare you to leave someone like Jesus, assume he is a prophet only, and follow someone like Muhammad? I want to go with you for the sake of argument. How you leave someone with the dignity and the honor and the beauty and the peace and the love and the wisdom of Jesus, and you follow someone like Muhammad, who says if the man have orgasm first, the baby will be a boy, and if the women have orgasm first, the baby will be a girl. Just to show you the hypocrisy, the Muslims are not rejecting Jesus for he's a prophet or he's God just because Muhammad he said to them what he said to them. Those people are blind people. Whatever Muhammad they say, they accept it blindly. As an example, you will not find one Muslim making fun of Jesus being born of virgin. Is that correct? Have you ever heard of a Muslim making fun of Jesus being born of a virgin? They don't. Why? Just because it's mentioned in the Quran. Which means it's not about logic. It's not about true or not. It's about whatever the Quran says. They make it a holy statement. But I have a challenge for the Muslims to tell me why Jesus is born of a virgin and Muhammad is born from a woman the Quran called her najis. Any Muslim can tell me? Guys, what the Quran says about the mother of Muhammad? Anyone knows? Who knows what the Quran says about the mother of Muhammad? Najis. What najis mean? Ya ayyuha alladhina amanu wa innama al-mushrikuna najis. Do you want me to show you what najis mean from the dictionary? Najis means filthy, stinky, disgusting. The mother of Muhammad is najis. The father of Muhammad is najis. That make Muhammad the son of a najis man and a najis woman. But yet we see that Mary is the mother of Jesus, is very special women in the Quran. Not like Muhammad, he is a son of a najis family, filthy family, by his own statement. So the question is, why Mary? She is a pure. Why Mary, she can be the mother of Jesus, but yet Jesus have no father? I mean, what is the problem if Mary have a husband and she have sex with him and she get pregnant? What is behind the reason? You do not know any God central. You are a liar. You Muslims, you never saw your God, you never heard your God, and your prophet himself, he never heard your God once. What God? Your prophet himself never heard his God even once. What are you talking about? I only care for God. You don't have a God. Your true God is Muhammad. Muhammad, he don't have even a witness in everything he have or he provide for us. As an example, even sex, we find that Muhammad was not having sex. Even in the case of sex, have you ever heard of somebody he claimed that he's having sex, but the fact he is not? We find that Muhammad, he was imagining himself having sex, but in fact he did not. So how we can trust this man? The prophet continued for such and such a period of time, imagining that he had slept, had sexual intercourse with his wife, but the fact he did not. So not only he have no witnesses for his God, he have no witnesses even for his sex. He was doing it alone. Even sex, which no man can do it alone, Muhammad was doing it alone. You see, Central, he's asking us why you don't cover your hair. Central, I want to ask you, why Muslim women cover their hair? They try to change the topic, huh? Just to show you. Central, why Muslim women cover their hair? Is that true? That because this is because of the ass of Sauda? Is that true? Is it true that Muhammad was refusing women to cover their hair, but because Umar ibn Khattab was spying at the ass of Sauda, and Umar told him, and then Allah, he took the verses from Umar and he make a Quran? Is that true? Mr. Cover your hair? The fact the Quran doesn't say cover your hair, the Quran says cover your ass, cover your breast. Can you show me the verse says cover your hair? Central? Central, can you show me the verse in the Quran that says cover your hair? Hey Abdul, I have a challenge for the Abdul to show me where it says cover your hair. You see, he will not answer. This potato, he will not even answer. I want to see where Muslims got the idea they should cover their hair. Where do you get this from? Who is the Muslim can show me where the verse in the Quran says cover your hair? I want to see it. Don't talk about the Bible, Abdul. The Bible says that the cover of the women is her hair. The glory of the women and her honor is her hair. So don't teach me about my Bible. Now show me in the Quran where the Quran says cover your hair. I want to see it. You see the potatoes? They don't know. They don't know. Where we can find the order of your God for women to cover their hair? Hello? If you do not know Muslims, don't open a topic you don't match for it. You Muslims have no idea what are you talking about. I wonder where you got my information from. It's in front of you. Your prophet, he used to imagine himself having sex, but in fact he never did. I wonder he was doing it with what? With the pillow, with the goat? I mean, obviously, for sure, not with his wives. I wonder where you're getting your information from. What do you mean where you're getting your information from? This is Sahih al-Bukhari. And this is the hadith number. And yet you are saying to me, I wonder where you got your information from? So stop Muslims jumping from tree to a tree to avoid answering the questions. Why the Quran is full of errors? Why the Quran says Allah created from everything two pairs, two male and two females? This is contradiction for the Quran itself. Did Allah create it to Adam and to Eve? No, the one we are talking about, two pairs, is not in the hadith. We are talking about the Quran. Who is a Muslim would like to call me live? And when a Muslim he talked to us about a woman she should cover her hair, I want to see that in the Quran. Who want to teach me something new? I want to see where in the Quran it says women they should cover their hair. Any Abdul can show us? Your God don't have a law, man. What are you talking about? Your God, Allah, he said you do mut'ah. Do you do mut'ah now? Who is the one who made the law? Allah or Muhammad? Quran says you do mut'ah. Quran is not really what Muslims follow. Whatever Muhammad he say, you do. Who is a Muslim would like to call us? Busted in everything you said, Mr. Central. You said the women should cover her hair. You should not show. You did not show us one verse in the Quran. It says women should cover their hair. It says that they should make their clothes long and they cover their boobs. That's it. Where it says in the Quran, Cover your hair. I want to see it. Show us, educate us. Shia are not Muslims. You ask the Muslims how many Muslims there is in this earth, they say to you 1.4 billion. So why you count the Shia? You see the liars, guys? The Shia alone is almost 600 million. How many Muslims in the world? There's 1.4 billions. So why you count the Shia if the Shia are not Muslims? What about the Druze? They are not Muslims. What about Ahmadiyya? They are not Muslims. What about Shish Kebab? They are not Muslims. So why you count them as at the end? You see how liars they are? When they want to show you numbers, they count every scumbag. They count every zucchini, even the one they dump in the dumpster. Liars, hypocrites. This is why I don't respect them. By the way, just to let you know, yesterday I was imagining that I was having sex with my wife Aisha, but in the morning I woke up and I found myself having sex with the tree. What do you think the problem, guys? If there's any doctor here to help me, I don't have health insurance. I need a health advice. What is really the reason for a person who claimed to be a prophet of God to imagine himself having sex with his wives, but yet it was a tree? Yeah, the tree have holes in them, you know, like sometimes the, what they call him, the bird, the one who keep knocking, sometimes he don't let me sleep. He make a hole there, and Muhammad obviously he thought it's a. Any Muslim can inform us what's happening? I mean, how you can trust anything is coming from a guy he cannot even trust it about in news about his sex life. He go out in the street yesterday, guys. Yesterday, yes, Prophet, yes, tell us. Sit down, sit down. Yesterday, I had sex with all my wives. Prophet, really? All of them. Fi sa'a. What the heck? I can show you the hadith. It says fi sa'a. Do you know what sa'a mean? Sa'a in the language today it means an hour, but in the time of Muhammad, sa'a it means like 20 minutes. It's like, you know, like it's almost now. So the Prophet claiming that he have sex with all his wives, fisa, which is less than 20 minutes. And then later, the neighbors start asking the wives of Muhammad, hey, Muhammad, he did really can't do that? They said, no, he did not even touch us. What are you talking about? Really? He did not touch you? What about her, the other wife? He did not touch her either. What about her, the other wife? He did not even get close to her. So Muhammad, he got busted. I am under the influence of, I ate too much shrimp, okay, and the shrimp was too much spices because it's made in Thailand. So spices can cause you hallucin. You know, I was hallucin. So, sir, a question: why the Prophet he used to imagine himself having sex, but in fact he never did? Brother sister, there's a person in the internet, his name is the Christian Prince. This person always asking question which is not logical. First of all, if the Prophet was imagining himself having sex or not, this is not your business. Second of all Muslims imagine things, not only the Prophet. As example, me myself, I imagine myself each time I answer a question of somebody that I gave the perfect answer. Thank you very much. Sit down, please. Where does the Muslims have answers? Yeah, he don't have a Skype, guys. As long he need to go and buy one. I mean, have you ever heard of an excuse like this? I don't have a Skype. Go and buy one. I mean, it's for free. I mean, who is going to believe you're saying I don't have a Skype? It's going to take you 1 minute to download a Skype and have a free name. I don't have a Skype. As if you're asking you to have an airplane. You know, I asked Zakir Naik to debate me. He said to me, bring 2,000 people and fly with you, and I will debate you. All what we are asking the Muslims is to call me in Skype, yet they cannot do it. Zakir Naik, he want me to buy tickets for 2,000 people at least to come and debate him. Coward. Do we have any Abdul? Guys, is my voice is it clear? Is my voice is it clear for you? The reason I'm asking you because sometimes I imagine myself talking, but the fact I'm not. Am I talking? Somebody put the black magic on my tongue. So even sometimes Satan, he threw words in my mouth, as what happened to Muhammad, the satanic verses. I mean, even his tongue was not safe. His penis was working by itself. Imagine some things like the penis. Muhammad, he have different, like his body is different states. The state of California is located in his testicle and his penis. The state of his tongue is a state by itself, and that we can call it maybe which state? Chicago. You know, it's because it's messed up. So Muhammad, his tongue is working by itself, his penis is working by itself. I mean, everything is messed up. And then when the fleas, they eat him alive, he says Allah, he blessed the fleas because they wake up a prophet to pray. Oh, I have a fleas here. May God bless you. Please, thank you. Just let me drop here, okay, put you on the side so you can drink more blood. God, he blessed the fleas. I mean, that's amazing. Do we have any Abdul? Any Abdul? May Allah bless you and bless the fleas for you, with you. You just posted what, Central? Central, he went for half hour and he came back and he said, I just posted. We saw nothing. Central, you posted what? What exactly you posted? You are just laughing. You don't want to talk. Look at this, guys. I keep asking him to call me, and I don't. I am the one who don't want to talk. So what I'm doing? So why we are asking you to call us then? Huh? I love Abduls. I love Abduls, but the city is not allowing me to grow them in my yard. Anyone? I see. I see. Yesterday we showed you how Allah speaks in the Quran that the milk is coming from the anus of the woman, from the area where her anus is located, which is very scientifically truth. Scientifically. Unbelievable. And Allah, he make it white. Today we are going to show you something. We will not talk about the sperm coming from the backbone. I mean, we spoke about this. And the women have a sperm coming from their ribs, and this is why I'm still single. I'm disgusted of women, man. I'm scared of women. After I learned from Allah that the women, they have a breast testicles, I mean, I'm not going to get married. Imagine you marry a woman, she look beautiful, she look whatever, she have perfume, and she dress nice, and then you go to the bedroom and she take off her shirt. Like what? Boing. Like what the heck is that? Breast testicles. I'm not going to talk about that. I want to show you something maybe the Muslims can help us with. By the way, don't forget to subscribe, because those who subscribe to our page, at the end of the month we give you 70 versions, and the promise is coming from Allah. And you know that Allah, if he promise, he always fulfill his promises. Chapter 16, verse number 15. Okay, what this chapter is saying exactly? Unbelievable science. وألقى في الأرض رواسي أن تميد بكم. Oh man, oh mommy, Oh, mommy, mommy blue, mommy blue. Oh, mommy. Allah, He throw mountains in the top of the earth, so she is not going to. You know what the word tamid? Let me tell you what the word tamid mean. Do you know, guys, those things they put them in the park, like you sit in one side and the other person sit in one side, like the one like a scale, the one in the grocery, the old grocery store. You know what I'm talking about? Tamid is when one of them go down and the other one go up, which means it's not balanced no more. No, not shake. No, not shake. Tamid is it lose balance. One goes up and one go down. All right, it's not really shake. So Allah, He placed mountains in the top of the earth. Let us see what does that mean. Seesaw. I mean, English is funny, guys. Look at this. What I'm trying to say is it's called seesaw. It's coming from the word see. English is funny. I thank Allah for the Arabic. I thank you, Allah. The only God who spoke Arabic is Allah. That's because Arabic is the best, and forget about the rest. But I think Allah, after He meet Zakir Naik, He will switch to Pakistani language and He will speak Urdu. Now look at this. Chapter 16, verse number 15, Yusuf Ali. And He has set up on earth mountains standing firm, lest it should shake with you. Shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it. The earth is not shaking on us because we have a mountain in it. That doesn't say shake. No, that is true. Tamid is losing balance. But the important is that Allah, it doesn't say He set up earth on earth. He said وَأَلْقَى أَلْقَى أَلْقَى. What alqa mean? He throw. Let me show you how the translation changed. Let us use the other website which shows all translation. 16:15. All right. 16:15. Go. All right. He placed establisher. What is that? This is something new. He cast firm mountains. Do you see the word cast? Guys, do you see the word cast? What cast mean? Yeah, Ziniya. Yeah, we are allowed to practice our religion freely. Yeah, this is why if somebody convert to Christianity, you kill him, right? This is why you took all our churches and you convert them, especially the big ones, into a mosque. This is why we paid jizya for the last 1400 years. You know, everybody is allowed to practice religion freely. Yeah, and now you are carrying the flag of the terrorist in Syria, right? Because you want to establish an Islamic state, and you want to kill all the Alawi and all the Christians, right? Let us continue. So Allah, He cast firm mountain. Look, what the heck? How He can cast mountains? He cast the mountains on the earth. He cast what? He cast mountains in the earth. We do not need your help. Just shut up. Go help yourself first. You are a scumbag. We are the ones helping you. All you refugee, you come to the Christian lands. Not even a single of you want to stay in Muslim land. And you yourself, I bet you are now in a Western land. So don't tell me you are helping the Christians. You can't even help yourself. A Muslim want to help the Christian. You believe it? You destroy Syria. This is the land of the Christians. This is a country, one of the most beautiful countries. After you Muslim took it, look what happened to it. A Muslim want to help the Christians. You believe it? They destroy even ancient buildings, even dam, even bridges, even trees, even the dust. Those are the enemy of everything is good. And they kill each other. Now let us continue. The Quran says in chapter 16 verse number 15 that Allah, He placed, look at this translation guys. Ahmad Khan, I like you Ahmad Khan. How are you doing Ahmad Khan? Ahmad Khan, are you from Pakistan? Brother Fitter, Christian Prince. My name is Ahmad Khan. I'm from Pakistan. Where are you from? Ahmad Khan is giving us an answer, and he placed mountains as an anchors in the earth. Man, that is a pure science, man. How Allah He knew this? Remember, Allah knows best. Don't forget that. Allah knows best. But how He can know such a thing? I mean, scientists, they study science for thousands of years to know how the mountains was created. Allah just like this in a sentence. Like, look how easy it is, like drinking tea. This is how easy it is. Allah was drinking tea and He said, and He placed mountains as an anchor on the earth. Muslims, is that really how the earth mountains are created? Are you sure? Are you sure? How mountains is it created? Oh, I'm typing in Arabic, searching in Arabic. You believe it? I always do that. I will show you in the screen what science says about how mountains is created. All right. Excuse me. Each time, by the way, Allah, in case you do not know, Allah loves those who do sneeze. I'm serious. Allah, He loves those who sneeze. Let me show you if you don't believe me. Right now, Allah is so happy because I did this. Because some of you might don't believe it. I mean, it's hard to believe, but this is the truth. Where is the hadith? Where is the hadith? Here we go. No, not this one. Oh, come on, where is the hadith? The hadith says that Allah, He loves those who sneeze and He hates those who do yawning. Let me switch. Hold on. I tried to stop the sneezing, but looked like I could not. Allah wanted me to sneeze. I mean, how we can stop Allah? Yeah, here we go. Read with me. The Messenger of Allah, this is a new BMW brand, said, the sneeze is from Allah. Do you see it? That's why I told you that Allah made me sneeze. The sneeze is from Allah, and the yawning is from Shaitan. Man, that's deep. I just received, and you are a live witness, a sneeze from Allah. Guys, did you witness the did you just witness the miracle happen right now? The sneeze is from Allah, and I sneezed. So Allah, like you in YouTube, what do? You give me a like, you subscribe. Allah, because He like what I do, He send me a sneeze. He just subscribe to my channel, live on air, unbelievable. And yawning is from the shaitan. That's deep. That is deep, my friend. So when one of you yawn, let him cover his mouth with his hand. Why, prophet, scientist, prophet? Why, Dr. Muhammad? For when, look at the answer, look at the knowledge. Astonishing. For when he says, shaitan laugh from inside his open. Unbelievable. That's too much. How the prophet know this? How he knew this? The answer is very simple. Allah knows best. And Muhammad, everything he says is coming to him from Allah, especially about shaitan and Allah. I mean, this is alone is enough to convince anyone to convert to Islam immediately. And the Prophet did not stop there. He said, and indeed, like what? And I like indeed here. And indeed, Allah loved the sneeze, and He disliked the yawn. Oh Lord have mercy, I should commit suicide, seriously. I mean, there's 1 billion they believe in this stupid prophet. Are you serious, Muslims? Okay guys, we have an open sneezing season. Any Muslim would like to sneeze live on air. So to make Allah happy, call us right now. Our phone number 1-800 sneeze now for the sake of Allah. Ta-da-dan, ta-da-dan. Ta-da-dan, ta-da-dan. Achoo. This is the first Muslim. Ta-da-dan, ta-da-dan. Ta-da-dan, ta-da-dan. The second Muslim. Achoo. Oh, okay. The third. Ta-da-dan, ta-da-dan. Assalamu alaikum. Come on, man. Come on. I was joking about the sneezing for the sake of Allah. Why everybody is calling me to sneeze? Because Allah, He loves those who sneeze. So when you get cold, Allah is happy. I mean, that's serious. Anyway, let us go back to the topic. We are talking about the mountain. What sneezing came, but because I sneeze, and Allah, obviously, He is the one who made me sneeze. Don't you see the hadith saying that? I'm a victim of His sneezing. The Prophet himself, he said, sneeze is from Allah. So the one I did just a minute ago, when I sneezed, it was from Allah, and that means Allah, He liked me, by the way, because as you see, if Allah make me yawn, that's from the shaitan. But Allah make me sneeze. So obviously Allah, He like what I do. Do we have any Muslim would like to sneeze? I mean, you Muslim, you do not need to sneeze on us, to shower us with your dirt, just to play a video of Zakir Naik. I mean, this guy, he's spit all over. That's why most of people, they go to his seminar, they wear, they take an umbrella. All right, let us continue to how Allah created the mountains. Again, don't forget, guys, to subscribe. So at the end of the month, Allah will be able to deliver for you a version. And by the way, the versions which Allah, He provide, they are not like any versions. I mean, you will not get a version like Monica Lewinsky been used God knows for how long by Bill Clinton. The versions Allah will provide, they are brand new, never been touched, not even by genie. You can believe it? Zero mileage. Even Allah have a stamp there. It come with the wax. Yeah, we don't want to promise them that you are going to get a version and then they find Monica Lewinsky in their door. I mean, that's not fair. The guy is waiting all his life to get a version, and then he find that it's not a version. It was used by Bill Clinton for a long time, and then she make a surgery. It's called version again. That's what Muslim girls they do in the Middle East. They go have fun all their life before they get married. They go to the clinic. They have a surgery. It's called version again for like $200. And then she go to the bedroom with her husband, and when he take off his pants, she say, Allahu Akbar, what is that? I never saw something like this before. Are you sure? I never. At least in the size. All of them, they are decent. All the Muslim women are decent until you sit with them and you listen to their jokes, and then you will notice what we are talking about. We continue. I mean, where we stop? I mean, what's wrong with you, Christian Prince? Sorry, somebody put black magic on me, so I'm all over the place. Sometimes speaking about the mountain and then go to sneezing, and I don't know what is next. Things is messed up, my friend. I think I fit and qualified to be a prophet like Muhammad as long as my scenario is like this. I'm close to be. All right, let us continue. Where we been? We've been here, not here, no, here. So Allah, He placed mountains as an anchors on the earth. How the earth mountains were created? Is it true that mountains was created in such a way? University Today website. I never opened this website. I don't know really. Let us see what university. University. Oh, it's an article. I don't want an article. Maybe we can find. Hold on. We don't want an article really. We don't have time to create an article. I mean, to read an article. We are busy people, you know. Me and the Arab, all of us, we are busy. We don't like to read. I mean, it's disgusting to read. We want pictures. We like pictures. All right. So we will use pictures to explain how the earth was created. I mean, and the mountains, sorry. All right. As you see, this is just a picture from the internet. I did not make it. I just searched in Google and we found this. So based on science, and you know, all of you know, I'm a big scientist, by the way. Yeah. I have a degree in the camel urine from an Islamic university, and I have a stamp of a camel on the corner of it, and that will qualify me for a lot of things. As an example, to be a judge in the Sharia court. And what do you need more? I mean, as a science, that's it, you know it all. So based on science, mountains, my friend, is not created, Abdul, as your idiot God he said. There's a pressure in the ground, under the ground, in the earth, and the pressure is coming from directions. This is tectonic plate, and this is another one, and they meet in this area. So they hit against each other and they make a pressure. So this one is going to push that one up, and that will make a pressure, and that will create mountains, either by volcanoes or by just a pressure in the tectonic plate. So it can happen by volcano. It can happen in other way, which is just the pressure. The volcano is simply the magma. The earth release the magma in the top of the ground, and that by time create a mountain, or by the pressure. Based on the Quran, the story is the opposite. Based on science, the mountain is coming from underneath up. Based on the Quran, Allah, He placed the mountain on earth. So how you Muslims explain to me that your God, He made such a stupid mistake? Guys, I will not accept any attack against any ethnic. Just behave yourself. There's everywhere there's bad and good. If you start attacking an ethnic group, I will block you. Be careful. Any Muslim want to answer? Why your God Allah, He believed that He placed the mountains in the top of the earth when this is not true? Anyone? Anyone? Any two? Any three? Any four? If you don't believe me, by the way, just go and search in Google how the earth mountains was created. There is tons of drawing and example for you. You can see by yourself. Man, I want to have a house like this. Oh man, I love it. Look at this, look at this. Look at this house. Imagine you have a house like this and you have 70 versions in your bed inside waiting for you. That's so hot. I can't resist this. The house will be boring, to be honest with you, if there's no 70 versions. I mean, what I will do there? Like what? Look at the sky. Any Abdul? By the way, in the coming months, we have many activities, and if you guys like to support us in what we do, please don't forget to donate for our mission. In a few weeks from now, I will be in Europe. So if you like to help us with the cost of the mission, we would like to see you helping us in what we do. If you care, there's a link underneath for those who like to help. Where I will go to Europe, I will announce soon. Let us not to say for now, you know, just to be sure which church is going to be exactly, but almost is confirmed, and that's where we are going. And in the winter I will be in many places too, so we have a long in the winter I will not be able to open my broadcast like now. Only in the beginning of the winter for 2 months maybe I will be traveling, but I will make videos, but I don't think I will be able, because I don't know how fast the internet where I'm going to be is going to be. I'm not sure. If the internet is good, I will be able to do broadcast. I'm not worried about Muslims following my friend. I don't care. I'm the last one to worry about Muslims. The reason I don't say where and what I want to do, because first of all, I'm a guest in churches, and maybe themselves they don't like strangers to just jump. They don't know them, and at the same time I don't want to cause them problems, you know. Otherwise I don't really care. Do you see the city? Do you see the city where ISIS they occupy right now in Philippines? Anyone saw the news? It's called Marawi City. Do you see it? I have a seminar almost in the same city, which is full of Muslims, and many they told me, you know, it's dangerous to go there, you know, ISIS is all over. I went, I said I don't care, and I did a seminar and it was very successful. Now Do we have any Muslim want to explain to us what's happening? Why Allah He got it wrong? Why Allah He says such a thing that the mountains is going to be, or it's made by placing the mountains in the top of the earth? Why God, who claimed to be God, He says such a thing? And Abdul, if Allah got one thing wrong, Allah cannot be qualified to be God. Don't you agree, Muslims? Show me where in science it says that mountains was placed in the top of the earth. Anyone? So why you Muslims are trying to deny the truth that your God cannot be God? One mistake is enough for you. See, me, I am a Christian prince, I am a human being, I make mistakes. I'm not asking you to believe in me as God, neither as a prophet. Prophets make mistakes, as long as they speak of their own. But if a prophet, he prophesied in the name of his God, and then it turned to be false, that means he's a false prophet. God is not allowed to make mistakes. You see, as an example, the Christian, the Jews, they have books, we call it holy book, but doesn't mean really that every word there is written by God. You will see in the Old Testament, as an example, stories written by rabbi about the history of the Jews. Still we consider it as a part of our book, our holy book, for simply this is speaking of the history of the Jews with God. In our book, when God He speak, this is God is speaking. When the man He speak, the book says this man He said so. But yet we say the whole book is holy, but the fact, words of God is the holy one. The words of Jesus is the holy one. The prophecy of the prophets, as long as they are prophecy coming from God, which means they inspired by God, they are the word of God. But this guy he said, this person he said, this woman she said, this is not God talking. In the Quran the story is different. In the Quran everything there is the word of God, word by word, for very simple reason. The narrator of the Quran is Allah, is not even Muhammad. You know what I mean? It is Allah Himself speaking. So how Allah can be wrong? Any Muslim? Let me see if there's any Muslim trying to call me. No, zero Muslim until now. Any comment from any Muslim before we continue? Anyone? Another miracle the Quran speak of, which nobody really can ever think of it. Let me show you this. I find this really astonishing. I mean, how Allah knew those things. This God is amazing. This God seriously is amazing. Astonishing, man. I mean, why in the world you Christians still Christians after I'm going to show you all of those things? Let us see. ألم ترى ربك كيف مد الظل? What the heck? What does that mean? Let us see the translation. Let us see the translation. Unbelievable. Yusuf Ali 25:45. Hast thou not turned the vision of the Lord? What vision? How he doth prolong the shadow? Man, if this translation is heavy for you to understand, huh? The verse saying here that Allah, he changed the size of the shadow, but yet he moved the sun away. If he willed, he will make it stable, stationed. It's a miracle. It's a miracle. Let me show you more translate. I will show you even the interpretation, so nobody says we are, you know, giving our own, like the one we like. Don't you see how he extends the shade? Wow! And if he had pleased, he would certainly have made it stationary. This is too much. Muslims, this is too much. I cannot handle it. Allah extend the shade? How this happen, Muslims? Any Muslim can explain? Is it true, really, that the shade was extended by Allah? Guys, am I heard? Is it true that the shade was extended by Allah? Who is a Muslim here? He believed that shade was extended by Allah. Anyone? Is the shade is even extended? I mean, is shade is something real to extend? How we can extend shades? Based on this verse, shade is something physical. What does that mean? Allah, he make it taller. That's what it means. Allah claimed that he is the one who changed the size of the shade. If he want, he would make it fixed, but he was nice on us, so he extend the shade. Any Muslim can explain to us how this happened? Is the shade as something physical we can extend? What is shade, Muslims? What is shade? There is nothing is called shade. Shade is nothing but a visual light impact. I hope I'm using the correct words in English. When there is a light behind something and someone between the light and the other side, that person, he will block some of the light, and that will create a shade. That's all. But shade does not exist. And based on this, Allah, he's saying he extended the shade. It is not really because of the movement of the earth. Let us see what the Muslim scholars they say about this verse. Chapter 25, 45. All right. Hast thou not seen how the Lord has spread the shade after the sunrise and before the sunset in the west? If he willed, he could made it, i.e., the shade is still with no sun. Any Abdul? Any Abdul, let us change the interpretation so the Muslims we don't say we are making, I mean, choosing something we like. Haven't you seen contemplated the work of the Lord, how he extend the twilight shadow from the point of daybreak to the point of the sunrise? Until now I see no Muslim there would like to tell us anything. I don't know why. I mean, any Muslim have a comment? If you remember, the Quran speak that Alexander the Great, he found the sun sitting in the murky water. You remember? He found the sun sitting in the murky water. If you go to chapter 18 verse number 86, he found the sun sitting in the murky water. The Muslim, they try to avoid what this verse saying by making a lot of lies, but we can shut them up very easy, because we can go and see what their prophet said about this verse. And the prophet of Islam, he said the following: I was sitting behind the messenger of Allah, so who was riding the donkey while the sun was setting. What a romantic moment, man. Muhammad, and he have a guy behind him in one donkey. That's very romantic, very gay. All right, so the prophet, he have his Abu Huraira guy behind him in the donkey in a very romantic moment during the sunset. So the prophet, he said, he asked during the sunset, do you know where this sets, which mean the sun? I replied, Allah and his apostle knows best. I told you guys, you remember what the name of our topic? Seriously, what is the name of our topic? You forgot? Allah knows best. I mean, come on. This is Muhammad, he loved to hear this, but Muhammad, he loved to hear it more, saying Allah and his prophet knows best. But now, because Muhammad is dead, so the Muslim don't say Allah and his prophet knows best. Allah knows best, right? So the answer Muhammad, he loved to hear from the Abdul, is Allah and his apostle. You have to put the name of Muhammad next to Allah, because you have to praise him. This is why he changed his name from Qatham to Muhammad, which means the praised one. And the funny is, the Muslim, they say to us they worship one God, but yet their prophet, his name is the praised one. So now we have two one to praise. The one is the praised one, Muhammad, and the one supposedly Allah. Interesting. So Muhammad the smart, he said, do you know where this set? I replied, Allah and his apostle knows best. He said, it's set in a spring of warm water. Science. This is science. Any Muslim have a comment? Any Muslim have a comment? No comments? Any obligation? No, actually it doesn't say that. Okay, the word hamia hamia usually is for a boiling water, which is not, because it's boiling, it's not clear. You know what I mean? It's not a clean water, you know. Like, you know, if you live in an area close from volcanoes, or, you know, so that kind of water is boiling, but it's not just a water. Usually it is like when they make the bricks, when they make the bricks, you know, they, in the old days they have their own manufacturer to do things, etc. So they base in their visual, see the things they see, they compare it to something else. So hamia simply is about a boiling water, which is a murky. So it's a murky and it's boiling water at the same time. But for sure, according to science, this is true. The science proved that the sun set every day in a murky water. How you doing, Sajid Yusuf? Guys, we have Mr. Sajid. He's a Muslim. He loves Allah. Please welcome our friends here. Mr. Sajid, do you have a Skype? Mr. Sajid, do you have a microphone? Do you have a microphone, my friend? Can you call us on Skype? Sajid? If anyone would like to call us live to tell us about the beautiful religion of Islam, please feel free. We cannot resist the temptation. You can call me at my Skype, Debate TV. One word, there's no space. Just add me in Skype and you will be able to call me. Anyone? No one. Anyway, think about it, because remember, by the way, if you call me and you defend Islam, Allah will bless you and He will give you extra versions in the day of judgment. And I will not be surprised if Allah He make your penis even bigger than the other Muslims, because Allah He promised the Muslims in the judgment day in the heaven, Allah will increase their size and will make it endless. So in the case of the other Muslims, if you debate me, I think Allah He will make it endless twice, not just endless. So you can like come behind all the galaxy with your penis. Imagine, guys, if a person he have an endless penis and he can put a camera like those action camera. I mean, that's something. We open up live broadcast here, and then you put the camera in the top in the beginning of this penis, and you let your penis go. And then you take videos in Japan, in China, in the moon, in Mars, I mean everywhere. Send it to the black holes. I mean black holes, the Muslim penis will love it. There's in the space something called a black hole, right? I'm not speaking dirty. Hello. In the space there's something called a black hole. So imagine the Muslim who will have an endless penis, his penis will go all the way to the black holes. That's something tempting. Do we have any Abdul? All Muslims who come to my YouTube, they don't have Skype. Did you notice that? It's a miracle. I'm telling you, it's a miracle. You people don't believe in miracles? What's wrong with you? So until now, how many errors we discover? Why the Quran is full of errors? How many errors I need to find in the Quran to convince a Muslim that this book cannot be the book of Allah if he is God? If there's any requirement? By the way, if a Muslim is willing to debate me, and if he can win, and for sure if you win, you will win. I mean, Allah is with you, my friend, you will win for sure. So if you can debate me and you win, uh, I will send you one of my books for free. What do you say? You pay for nothing. I send you the book plus shipping plus handling for free. What do you say? Any book of your choice. The Deception of Allah, Qur'an and Science in Depth, The Secret to Prophet Arab, you know, you name it. The German book. Do we have anyone? You know, Zio, when they spoke about the Somalian, you get upset, right? And now you are talking about them and their country. I mean, you know who you are? A prophet. Your prophet is a pimp. So don't talk about their country. Your prophet himself is a pimp. Do you want to challenge me about that? Your prophet is a pimp. And you are talking about Wenger. Your prophet is the one who allowed men to have 4 women in one bed. They call them swingers. Your prophet, he have all his wives, according to the Quran, according to the Hadith, he have sex with them all without wash. What does that mean? He's having sex together. If not, he's dirty, filthy. He count himself as a goat, male goat, and the rest are female goats. He keep jumping from one to one to one, all fi sa'a, which means less than 20 minutes. So don't talk about their country. Well, you are being ignorant. You have to be honest too. Who said that Suleiman, he was doing what God told him to do? Show me a verse in the Bible. It says that God told Suleiman, you go have any wives you want. You will see that Suleiman, he have prayer asking God for forgiveness for his sin. So who told you? Suleiman was acting as a king, not what God said to him, so he was a sinner. Not like you Muslims, you worship the sinner and you approve his sin and you praise his sin. And by the way, the Quran says that Suleiman, he wanted to have sex with 99 of his wives in one night, and he did. I mean, how he can do that, man? How he can do that? 99 women. By the way, the Quran called them Na'ja, which mean a goat. A what? A goat. Chapter 38, verse number 23. This is my brother, he have 99 goat, I have only one. You see it? If we go and see the interpretation, we will see that Suleiman, according to the Quran, he tried to have sex with all those wives, those women, and then because he forgot to say Insha'Allah before he have intercourse, Allah did not make them pregnant, and he make him have only one woman pregnant, which give a half man, which is an insult for those who have this ability, just because he forgot to say Insha'Allah. This is your Quran. A guy have sex with 99 women just because and he's a prophet of Allah. He forgot to say Insha'Allah. Allah did not give him kids, not even one boy. He gave him one. He's disabled. Does that mean your prophet was not saying inshallah always? Hmm? Any Abdul? Any Abdul? No? Quiet. That's good. I mean, when a Muslim is a quiet, it's mean he agree. They agree. What do you want more? What a Muslim can do more than agreeing. So we go back to that challenge. Do really Allah knows best? And why you Muslims keep fooling yourself by saying Allah knows best when he is a false God, ignorant? Can't you tell that your God is an ignorant God? Are you insane, Muslims? Obviously, you are insane. Anyway, guys, I'm not really planning today to stay for long because I want to finish my book before the end of the month. So later when we start getting, because then we will have a proofreading, etc., which means will take us some extra time. And if every day I open the live broadcast for 5 hours, I will not be able to accomplish anything. So tomorrow we will be here again at 4:30 as usual. Tell your friends to subscribe. If you want to contact me, there's a link underneath of the video in the info. If you like to download the videos, no problem, don't edit, and don't forget to post the link which is underneath. And if you don't mind, tell people how to find my channel, which is the Arabian Prophet in YouTube. And I will try to post later my Facebook so people can subscribe. We have an official page in Facebook for Christian Prince, the author, so you can subscribe there. No, the book I will finish soon is about sex in Islam. The roots of Islam is going to take long. This one is about sex, so I don't advise you, Smith, to buy it. Okay, it's not good for your age. I don't think even your dad will allow you to buy it or read it. So be careful. To read my book, the coming book about sex and Islam, you have to be based on Islam. You have to be mature, which means 6 years old, like Aisha. The age of maturity in Islam is 6 years old. Aisha, she was hot, horny, man, at the age of 6. And not only that, she used to have 7 boobs at the age of 6. This is how much horny she was. Because in Saudi Arabia, my friend, it's hot there. Because it's hot, she was a woman at the age of 6. By the way, 6 is 5 because Muslim, they use Islamic calendar. You are only 22. You are not qualified. You have to go back to the age of 6 to be qualified. Sorry. Yeah, Aisha, she was 6 years old when Muhammad, he married her. And the Muslims are so proud about this marriage. He was 54 years only and she was 6 years old. I mean, look at this Aisha. She did fool this naive young man at the age of 54 and she made him sleep with her. Actually, some stories, you see, the Christians always, they make fun of this marriage when the truth is totally the opposite. It's not Muhammad who raped Aisha, it was Aisha who raped Muhammad. Based in some source I know, you know, I'm an Arab, right? So I have connection, you don't have it. Aisha, once upon the time, she asked the Prophet, who is very naive, he's like Zakir Naik in his time. She asked him to go to a dark room and she told him, if you show me your bird, I will give you a candy. Muhammad, he never saw a candy at that time. Never, ever. So Muhammad, as a naive person, he said, okay, you give me candy, are you sure? Is that taste good? She said to him, so yummy. Just come with me in the dark room. They went to the dark room. They closed the windows. They put the blind on, and she asked him to take off his panty, and then she jumped in the top of him, and you know the rest. But the Christians, just to make the prophet look bad, they say the prophet he did rape Aisha, when the fact it was Aisha who raped the prophet. And if he's not lucky, he was going to be pregnant, but Allah saved him in the last moment, because his mom, she opened the door and she found Aisha raping him, so she saved him before she have full intercourse. I mean, she did not have orgasm first, because remember the prophet, he said if the women she have orgasm first, the baby will be a girl. And by the way, this is a true story. I mean, why my story is hard to believe, but Muslims believe in Muhammad's stories. Muhammad, he has stories nobody can believe in it for a second. Like his God, he sent him a dish of shish kebab. He was the most weak person in sex, and he invoked Allah, and then he sent him a dish of shish kebab. I mean, how you can believe in this? And then after he ate it, he got the power of 40 men. Since when God became Pizza Hut? Assalamu alaikum. Alaikum assalam. Is that Pizza Allah? Yes, but you forgot. It's Pizza Hut, Allah. Okay, Allah, I am the Prophet Muhammad. I invoked you all night. This thing there is not working. What do you mean, what that thing? Is that your tongue? No. Is that your nose? No. Is that your finger? Because this is the one you usually use when you are with your wives. I'm watching. Actually, I'm using the finger because Allah, you know everything. Come on, you know what I want. All right, all right. I'm going to send you a dish of shish kebab. Jibreel, yes sir. Make a dish of shish kebab. I will come to the kitchen and I will cook it. Sir, can I watch the recipe? No. This is a sex recipe. Cannot see it. Only me can see it. And then Allah, he went to the kitchen and he made that recipe for the prophet himself by his hands, and then he sent the dish of shish kebab. And right after he made it, Jibreel, he took it hot in the speed of light. He delivered it to Muhammad. Muhammad, do the news. Yes, yes, what? I get you the shish kebab. The prophet, he started eating shish kebab, and his penis became priceless, powerful, non-stop machine, concrete machine. He can fight with it. He can break bricks, concrete. He can do whatever he wants. Actually, the company, oil company, it's called Shell. They try to hire the penis of Muhammad to use it as a drill machine in the desert of Saudi Arabia. But because they cannot afford such a penis, they could not use it. It's a holy penis, you remember. So the prophet, after he ate the dish of the shish kebab, he got the power of 40 men. Isn't this is enough for anyone to believe that Muhammad is a prophet? And all the stories I'm quoting, I challenge any Muslim to say this is it's a lie, it's not true, it's not in our books. Anyone want to say that? Anyone want to say that? Anyway, my coming book will be out, I hope, in a few weeks from now, maybe by the end of this month or the coming month. We will see. And I hope you guys, you will like it. It's about sex and Islam only. And there is some extra information, you know, you never heard before. And I hope people will like it. And I am expecting that #1 buyers for the books will be Muslims, because Muslims are obsessed with sex. No wonder Google, they found that #1 people who search for sex with donkeys, it was people from Pakistan. I mean, how in the world somebody search for sex with donkey? Like with what? Donkey? Are you serious? Oh man. Anyway, thank you guys for being here. Tomorrow we will be here again at 4:30. Please subscribe, tell your friends, and may the Lord bless you. Don't forget to give the video a like if you like it, and don't forget, if you are a Muslim, to give that dislike immediately. This is how you can do jihad, and Allah will bless you and bless your private part for doing that. May Allah the Moon God bless you Muslims, and may the Messiah, the living Lord, the Lord of Lords, the King of Kings, show you the truth. For there is no God but our Lord, and there's no prophets who prophesy false prophecy except your prophet, and our prophets is the one who say the truth, and the truth will set you free. Christ is Lord, Islam is false. And see you soon tomorrow at 4:30 p.m. again. God is winning. Thank you.